Actually, we were in Amsterdam last May, and when we were there, we were thinking about, okay, where are we going to host the next event? And then we took a dive in our database, and we found that no less than 180 Insurtechs are actually related, directly or indirectly, to Munich, making Munich the de facto Insurtech capital of the globe. For instance, in Silicon Valley, there are only 140. So that's why we decided to come here, and why we decided to also join with the guys from Insurtech Hub Munich. Now, of course, most of you will probably not know what the Insurtech Hub Munich is about, so hence this little interview. So please tell me, Tom, what is the Insurtech Hub actually?
I don't know. How do you speak to an audience after that song? It's completely impossible. The Insurtech Hub Munich is the attempt to bring an ecosystem together that really makes a difference to the Insurtech world. It has been, one of the impulses came from the Ministry of Economy, the German Ministry of Economy, who's trying to establish a couple of digital hubs all over Germany. And Munich has been chosen as the Insurtech Hub, so we're an initiative of more than 25 members and participants from the insurance world, but as well from technology consulting, so a real ecosystem of corporates who are trying to make this place more attractive for Insurtech companies.
Yes, also that's something that we never encountered anywhere on the globe. It's really unprecedented. So many different companies, also competitors in real life, so to say, joining forces and also combining that with the state, the city, and with all sorts of research institutions is really outstanding. But
that's right.
What was the reason to actually found this? What the why question? Can I ask you, Jörg?
The why is, I think, one important point is really facilitating the growth of high-tech clusters in very specific industries, and also, in a way, understanding that innovation needs collaboration, break down the silos, embrace the unknown, really get outside in and work together, because only when you create this context, innovation can really happen. And this is, I think, the message going forward. So it's in the end all about you, working together, exchanging, and that's the essence also of the hub. This is the why, because we believe innovation, in the end, will secure the future of this industry and will secure growth, and also here our position as an industry in Europe, competing against others around the globe.
I think yesterday, Ms. Ilse Aigner, your State Minister of Economic Affairs, also shared that insurance really is a key sector, and actually like 3 billion euros are actually invested to innovate. So I think these are huge amounts, also addressing that it's so important for the economic growth.
Yes, and we are talking here, when we look at the members, just the founding members, we are, let's put it this way, we are a huge startup. So this Insurtech Hub, we are representing more than 400,000 people working in the insurance industry, and more than close to 300 billion in premiums. This is behind the hub. And millions of customers.
But when you say, okay, Insurtech Hub Munich is in fact a startup, like many startups struggle with, okay, we got this great idea, how do we put it into practice? So, Insurtech Hub Munich, great idea, but how does it work in day-to-day practice?
Of course we didn't struggle. There's no struggling with us. No, it was when we had actually 2 weeks to prepare for an official in an official contest to become the Insurtech Hub in Germany. And in these 2 weeks, I can tell you, a real spirit somehow has been established, and people worked together, and they worked like a startup at night, 4 or 5 people in some dodgy room, trying to put something together that is really conceptual enough to convince the government, but especially to convince all of you.
But also, you know, like you're supporting Insurtechs on an almost daily basis. Can you give some very concrete examples of how you actually do that?
Right. So for the time being, we're doing 2 things. First of all, is we're setting up the entire infrastructure of things that you can expect, but we're also we're also already working together with Insurtechs and startups. Our member companies have the things that probably most of you are looking for. We've got data, we've got sandbox cases, we've got use cases, we've got access to clients, we've got mentors, people that probably understand sometimes insurance or look at insurance from a different perspective that you would do it. And we are doing this concretely already now, and we're going to do it in a more structured way from January on.
Any plans for the next month? You mentioned January. Anything that is concrete on the agenda for the coming months?
Yeah, we have lots already on the agenda. So we put structure in place. Just here, presenting already the second batch from our acceleration program. And I think what's important to understand, there was already lots in place, but it's the Bavarian humbleness. We don't talk so much about it. So now we show it really what we do. We bring another summit here. We are just in closing negotiations with a very big global player for the growth program. So this is for the next 2-3 months and just launching.
Okay. And already this afternoon, you mentioned the second batch of Werk 1. Can you expand a bit on that? What is Werk 1 and
So Werk 1 is an acceleration program which has been established 2 years ago, where those insurance, now the founding partners of the Insurtech Hub, already work together, invited on specific themes, young innovators to come up with their ideas, did a classic selection process, and did an acceleration programs running 6 months for a batch, and helping them shape their ideas and bring it now forward and present it to the public.
Yes, and it's located in a very nice old cookie factory, right?
Exactly. It's an old cookie factory. It's the so-called Werksgelände. It's a huge now place, lots of construction sites. So they are rebuilding it. You have very old buildings. You have new buildings. They will become a new concert hall. And there's this innovation space where the startups really have space to work in this old Werk 1, what is called, and they love it, and we foster this. Yeah.
So today, actually, at least for a global audience like this, we see like the first fruits of the Insurtech Hub Munich. 5 Werk 1 Insurtechs on stage.
It's not the first fruits, the second fruits.
Okay,
it's
okay.
It's the second batch already.
Perfect.
5 of them are going to present today. One of them, Etherisk, just won actually a prize yesterday at the EXEC conference in Cologne. They've been going through the first batch, so there are not only plans, there is already first successes that we can come
Exactly,
up with.
that's Etherisk, right? The blockchain,
Exactly.
the blockchain company. Yes,
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to that, to see that.
they're
Thank you
great.
very much. I think that today we'll actually have the proof of concept later today for Insurtech Hub Munich. And congratulations for making this happen. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
come to us. And to
Come and see us.